First, I would like to say a special thanks to Dr. Khalid. Byonyks would not have been here without his leadership, without he coming across and helping me raise $13 million without any venture capitalist. His vision and Danish following up that vision to bring APPNA and Open is helping us to do things which have never been possible without a VC or a private equity fund. And I would like to say special thanks to Dr. Shahid, special thanks to Dr. Mubashir Rana, another nephrologist, helped us. Special thanks to Dr. Manzoor Tariq. Special thanks to special thanks to Dr. Irfan Munir, who is raising money to help me save these patients, these lives there in Pakistan. So I cannot say thank enough to these people, but the question is why we are doing this. So the reason we are doing this is because when our parents, their kidneys don't work, we tell them, Mom, chew on this ice. I gave you a glass of water 8 hours ago, you cannot have another glass of water. And then we tell you, oh, to get your pee out of your body, we need to put a needle in your arm. And that hurts, a 14-gauge needle. And then we tell our mom, yeah, I know you need to go through the blood pressure and all sorts of nightmare. So we are treating our parents more like a cow or whatever, or animals. So that's what I saw when I started looking at this space. And I was in dialysis space, and I said, we will make our own company. Today we are treating patients in 6 hospitals. We are signing up big chains here in America. And this is the story of Byonyks. I will go through the slide deck really quick, and then I will play a video to show you where we are. So this is a woman who needed dialysis in the privacy of her home, and we are treating her. This is the patient who has multiple fistula failures, and hemodialysis is not possible. We are treating him. This is the patient who was in a miserable condition with multiple fistula failures, and there was no access point, and that's where Byonyks comes into play. That's because of you, APPNA and Open. And this patient can now walk around and feel healthy. So we built a stellar team. People who designed world's first peritoneal dialysis machine is part of Byonyks. And every single hemo machine is being used and developed. And this is the team we've put together. So there's Hindus, Jews, Muslims, all coming together to build world's finest machines. And Dr. Irfan, Kidneys Beyond Border, is taking beyond borders into India and other countries. So there are 3 IPOs, 100 plus medical devices under the belt with this team. And US government has decided to move 80% of its dialysis patients towards home. That's why US government is telling us, you are on the right track. And then 86% of the world do not get dialysis, they die. That's why I started this company. 14%, the finest of the finest clinics here in America who get dialysis, we put acid and toxins into their body. They lose their muscle, they die. And that's where Byonyks is coming up with new form of dialysis, where we will be doing acid-free and toxin-free dialysis for the first time in the history of dialysis. And that's where we're reinventing the dialysis itself for America and the finest clinics of America. So it's a $44 billion industry in America. I'm going to skip through this in the interest of time. This is our first machine, which is out there. You can go and check it out. As compared to the pricing, every other machine is about 20 grand to 47 grand. It cost me $2,500 to make one machine. So there's consumables, business models. We can talk about this offline. This is the factory in Lahore. This is the hospital settings where we treated patients. We have an R&D center in Chicago. That's where I'm based out of. If anybody wants to understand more, I'm happy to have that conversation. And in Lahore, if you go to Lahore, visit this facility. This is next to Packages Mall in XX. And we are Pakistan government certified. We are ISO certified. We are Pakistan Engineering Council certified. In the last few months, we got all sorts of certifications. We completed our first human factor studies in Chicago, and we submitted our device to FDA in November. We are actively working with FDA every single month, and hopefully in a quarter 3 this year we'll get approval. So I will quickly go through. Government pays $51,000 per patient per year. It's one of the most expensive treatments in America. And dialysis companies get $14,600 out of that. So this is the market spectrum. We identified the market. We started signing up the clinics and hospitals who wants to use our device. Even the device is not even ready. So we are signing up. This was the mission to start with where there is no peritoneal dialysis machine. I have already sent my first machine to India. I have already sent Bangladesh first ever machine to Bangladesh. Now we signed up a contract in Canada as well. And Saudi Arabia, we have signed up an MOU, and Europe will be the third destination. So this is really, really quick. The dialysis patients are worse off than most of the cancer patients. And this is what's going to change. How are we going to change it? We're going to remove the acid from the dialysis. We're going to remove the toxin from the dialysis. We're going to remove the malnutrition issue, and we're going to make an impact to heart failures due to dialysis. This is our product generation 2 and 3. And we'll remove all the plastics that go to the waste. So these are the GDEs. We can have a separate technology session. These are the boxes. They will go away. I'm going through really quick. And this is the Edwina Brown, the president of International Society of Peritoneal Dialysis. She said, the hope for dialysis is Byonyks. This is what she said in Brazil, and I started getting calls from Brazil. And I said, I'm not ready for Brazil. I just need to be successful in US and Pakistan first. So I'll skip through this, and there has been billion-dollar exits. And I want to show you one clip. That's how we are entering into American market, and what does the market looks at us, and how we can put Americans back to work. Because the way we are treating those patients, they fall out of the workspace.
Hemodialysis, going to the center, the blood in the machine and filtering it out.
I don't like needles. I don't like attaching anything to myself. Hemodialysis has changed my life dramatically because it requires traveling 3 times a week to the dialysis center.
It just consumes your day, and I just knew by me having young children, and I am a DIY mom, I am very creative, and I'm on the go all the time. I knew that that was not for me.
So I lost my job on hemodialysis.
There's opportunities to improve the quality of life of the patient. Our philosophy is that living is more than just staying alive. That there is a tremendous opportunity for increasing peritoneal dialysis.
What's wrong with home dialysis in America? We don't do enough of it. The national average is only 12%. Why can't we be at over 50%? Mexico is at over 70%. We are way under the target of rational acceptance.
What we are doing is trying to provide that 80%.
There's really good evidence that if you give people free choice and unbiased education, easily 50 to 60% of people will choose dialysis at home.
We think that Byonyks brings a quantum leap to that. What I see here is a tremendous opportunity to make advancements, and that's where I look to the Byonyks team, because they are really on to some exciting innovations. You have a win for patients, you have a win for society. This is so powerful that I became an investor, and then I became a reinvestor, and then I became a reinvestor because I've seen the progress that's been made over the past year, and it's just light speed.
Thank you very much. Thank you to APPNA, thank you to Dr. Khalid, thank you to Dr. Danish, thank you. We would not have been here without their support.